President Donald Trump indicating he's running out of patience with Hamas and their post-ceasefire killing spree in Gaza. Trump had indicated a few days ago that he was willing to give Hamas leeway to police Gaza, noting that there were dangerous gangs still roaming around.
You know, they did take out a couple of gangs that were very bad, very, very bad gangs, and they did take them out, and they killed a number of gang members. And that didn't bother me much, to be honest with you. That's okay. We had a couple of very bad gangs. You know, it's no different than other countries.
But as the terror group continues to carry out extrajudicial killings in the streets of what they say are Israel collaborators, Trump just earlier on today posting on Truth Social that if Hamas continues to kill in Gaza, which was not the deal, we will have no choice but to go in and kill them. That's a quote from the U.S. president earlier on this afternoon. Two senior U.S. advisors speaking to reporters yesterday on progress on Trump's peace plan, indicating that phase one, to their information, has been successful, even though all of the remaining deceased hostages in Gaza have not yet been transferred back to Israel. Those senior advisors indicating that some roads are impassable, there are unexploded ordnances to deal with, and even as Israel provides good intelligence as to the location of those bodies, still getting them back to Israel is a tall order. Caroline Levitt, Trump's spokeswoman, telling media earlier on this afternoon pretty much the same thing, that special equipment is being transferred into Gaza to ensure that those hostages can be retrieved from the rubble and safely transferred back to Israel. The progress continuing on that particular front, though obviously frustrating to Israel that it's taking this long. Meanwhile, those advisors also saying that phase two, focusing primarily now on demilitarization of Gaza, and of course that comes back to Hamas and their unwillingness, at least at this point, to lay down their arms. Those senior advisors telling reporters yesterday that they understand to some extent that Hamas would expect retribution if they were to immediately lay down their weapons, and therefore are still in possession of those, though talks are ongoing to quote-unquote make sure everybody feels safe in finally turning those weapons over. Of course, other issues to be addressed, including the transfer of humanitarian aid into the Strip. Those advisors saying talks have been successful with the United Nations and progress is being made on that front. They refuted media reports that Israel has cut any transfer of aid going into Gaza since a ceasefire went into effect. Of course, building that international stabilization force underway, but while a few countries like Indonesia, the United Arab Emirates, Egypt may have raised their hands in interest, nobody, the advisors said, have fully committed to the process as of yet. But they said phase two of Trump's peace plan very much underway at this point in time. Reporting from the White House here in Washington, Mike Wagenheim, I-24 News.